came to be, how that journey's been for you. And then we'll also share with our viewers some of the work that you've done.
Well, probably, thanks for having me. Probably like most awesome ideas, it was born out of boredom. So there was, I think that one of the last times I thought that we could go grocery shopping, like this was very early on. I think it was around St. Patrick's Day. I was like, oh, you know what I need to buy is that giant pack of chalk, because I have a bad feeling I'm never going to get this chance again to get, so I bought a lot of chalk right at the beginning. And I was doing, another thing we do to pass the time is puzzles. So I have this puzzle of the Starry Night Van Gogh. So I took the box of it out, since the puzzle pieces are all up over the floor, and we ended up spending like 2 hours on the bottom of our driveway, like the, you know, after you get to the sidewalk, like the little part of the driveway at the end. I swear it was like maybe 3 hours of chalking with all of the chalk that we almost used the whole box in one day. And we were like doing plank exercises while we're doing this, like to get to all the different, it was like an excellent workout. And it stayed on the driveway for a while, and the neighbors really liked it. Like my kids would see people driving by, they'd stop their cars, they'd take a picture, and they're like loving this Van Gogh painting at the bottom of our driveway. So it started from there. That was just like, oh, if people are enjoying this and it's not like we have tons of things to do with our time, then here we go. So from there, we started having our friends ask us to sketch whatever painting, or challenge us to sketch whatever painting. And then neighbors have been walking by and asking for stuff, and it's just kind of spiraled from there.
So are you like getting rid of the last piece before you do a new piece, or do you just have chalk art all around your house now?
Well, nature fortunately gets rid of chalk art for you. Yeah. That's helpful. We started making our own chalk because it's hard to buy black chalk. We looked it up on the internet, and the only place we could get it shipped from was Australia, and I had to buy 72 pieces of black chalk, which I thought was excessive, but now that we've been using it so much, maybe not. But in any event, we started making it ourselves, and that stuff doesn't wash off that well. So City of London, I am working on it. Doesn't necessarily wash off with water, but with a little elbow grease, that does come off eventually. But they actually have kind of a nice effect even after it gets rained on. We have a bunch of butterflies on one of our sidewalk blocks right now, and it got washed away a lot in the rain on, I think it was Sunday night, but it actually looks quite lovely, kind of like a little Mary Poppins effect going on there. So it's quite nice. But yeah, we fill up all of it, and then we hit the driveway. And I guess if it stays sunny for a long time, I think we'll be calling the mayor and seeing if we can get permission to do some other boulevards, or there's a few roundabouts near our house that we might be able to cover.
That's fantastic. So what are some of the works that you've done so far that kind of stick out to you?
We started out with like reproducing works of art. So we did first the Van Gogh, then we did the Scream, and then a lot of people were asking for Group of Seven, so Canadian artists, and Chris Mackey from the Health Unit had asked for an Aboriginal artist, so we did one for him as well. And then the more kids in the neighborhood that were enjoying it, their parents made some requests, so we moved on to, we did Bob the Builder, and we've done some superheroes now as well. And then just random, like, so if people have an idea of something they'd like to see, like the one we did for you, then we'll just kind of look up for a few pictures on the internet and just try and come up with some ideas of something that would make people happy. And then we also did a really lovely shot of one of my friend from childhood's daughter is a oncology nurse, and I really liked the picture she had taken of her daughter. So I got permission from her to reproduce that, and it coincidentally was the same day that we were having the telethon for LHSC, so we were promoting the Heroes of Health telethon, or the, I don't know what it's called, webathon at the same time. So that one turned out really well as well, but that's one of the ones with the black that's still, there's still kind of remnants of that one there.
That's incredible. So, I mean, one day, hopefully the world opens up a little bit more. Do you think this is something that you might continue to do ongoing, or how has it impacted you personally through this experience and your family?
Well, I think I remember reading something early on in the, like when we were just starting to socially isolate, about how a lot of people who resist taking the time to do the things that they enjoy. So here's your opportunity. And if there's one thing that I could do every day that it would make the days go by like in a heartbeat, and I would never get bored or even sometimes I don't remember to eat or drink is doing art, right? So it's not something that I've done professionally much. I do contracts here and there, but it's not something I've ever done as a job. But to have the kind of the privilege and I guess to be in the kind of position that I'm in right now, that I have this time to do this. It's just like every day is something more to look forward to. I absolutely love it. So if opportunities arise in the future to do more of this, and I definitely have enough chalk now. Chalk is like flowing in regularly from the neighborhood and from friends and stuff. So yeah, I've got the materials, and yeah, it's a lot of fun, and the kids love it too. The kids get involved, and something we can do together. And strangely enough, as I said, if you make a large enough one, it's a good core workout.
Yeah. Great. Well, thank you so much, Bronagh, for coming on and for brightening our city right now and the world who's watching online as well. Thank you so much, and continue doing what you're doing, and thank you for making the special Forest City one for us today.
No, it's a pleasure. And if anybody, if you're going to post my Instagram or whatever, like if anybody has any other ideas for us, happy to do it. It's something we all enjoy, and it feels good it's nice to be nice. It feels good.
Well said. Thanks, Bronagh. We'll see you later. Take care. Bye. That brings us to the end of another home edition of What's Up London. I want to thank all of our guests for being on the show today and for all the important work that they're doing. Thank you to the Rogers team for putting everything together. And thank you to everyone at home who is watching this, getting informed, sharing this information that is so important and helpful during this time, and for staying home and staying safe. We will all be together in person someday, hopefully soon.